If you have any objections to being recorded, we will send you the recording afterwards. But we are excited to talk about WISE Pathways. We think it's a great opportunity to connect Ohio's women to high demand pathways. So just a little bit about WISE here and who we are. So HHW Ohio is a 501c3 organization. We were founded in 1979 by a group of tradeswomen who wanted to support each other and to recruit more women into the trades. Since then, we have grown, and our mission is to inspire and support women as workplace leaders and community leaders. We accelerate women's success in high demand careers, and we do this through engaging industry and community leaders to match women who need lifelong careers with employers who need a qualified and skilled workforce. Our work engages women and girls in critical STEM and technical pathways that strengthen the economic competitiveness of communities and the financial securities of families. Bernie, would you like to introduce TechNet?
Sure. So Ohio TechNet is a consortium of career tech centers, community colleges and universities, all working together to help solve the talent needs of manufacturers in Ohio. And Lorain County Community College leads this effort. And we are working closely with our partner, the Ohio Manufacturers Association, to kind of provide a solution to that much needed supply side of the equation, with the OMA bringing along the demand side and trying to sync all that up so that we can identify workers or potential workers, including an untapped talent pool such as women who would be a great fit in the manufacturing industry.
Great, thank you. So a little bit about WISE. So WISE Pathways was developed by HHW Ohio as a career exploration program. It addresses the questions of women considering whether a non-traditional career pathway is right for them. It is an in-person program that's delivered through a cohort model, and it uses a curriculum that has been developed and iterated over the last decade. HHW Ohio works with community-based organizations to help them tailor their curriculum, and we really focus on, what are those family-sustaining careers that are available within my community that I can access without extensive training. So what are those careers that I can either walk right into right now with maybe a high school diploma or a GED, or if I want to go into a short-term certificate program or even an associate's degree program, what are those careers that are available to me? What are the skills and knowledge do I need to compete and stay in and be successful? Where can I get the training or the supportive services? So who are the training partners in my community? If I need transportation or childcare help, where can I get that? And then finally, how do I build a network of support to get in and stay in? That's really why we focus so much on the cohort model. We know that women who go through WISE Pathways form a network of support for each other, and through connections with role model speakers and mentors are able to develop connections in industry that can help them get in and succeed in these non-traditional career pathways. The program objectives of WISE are to introduce women to careers in high demand technical fields, to assist participants in determining the next steps to reach their goals, to prepare participants for testing, application processes, interviews, or further training, to offer relief to industries experiencing a skill shortage or workforce gap, and finally, to assist participants in identifying core life skills essential to success in a variety of fields. So in addition to industry curriculum that is developed in WISE Pathways, women are also provided with curriculum around employability skills, so conflict management, interview prep, resume development, how to work within a team. So really a full spectrum of information about how to get in and be successful in these career paths. There are two primary elements that shape our program design. So career exploration and coaching, we have in-depth career focused modules that take a look at what are those industries: advanced manufacturing, transportation, construction, information technology, automotive, or even agricultural, that are available within the community. And all of these industry modules are contextualized to fit the local economies of different communities. So while if you're in, let's say in Akron, and you have a lot of plastics manufacturing, in Toledo, we might see a module around glass manufacturing. So it really can be contextualized to those career pathways available to women within their community. It is a plug and play resource. And additionally, women receive coaching, as I said, around some of these employability skills. So again, conflict management, getting real life stories about what it is to work in a male dominated field, and how to navigate that, how to navigate childcare, how to think about transportation, how to dress professionally. So all of the elements that women need for success. And then the other key program component are our role model speakers. Role model speakers are women who are employed in these industries who share their personal stories with women in WISE pathways and throughout the community about how they got into their career, what interested them, what challenges have they faced, who were their key influences along their pathway, how have they navigated some of these challenges that working in a male-dominated field has presented to them. So hearing from women really helps to the women who are participating in WISE to see themselves and see themselves in their futures. So again, the Role Model Speakers Bureau is a tool designed to increase the visibility of women, to allow women to use their voice to let others know that they too can be successful. Role model speakers deliver powerful personal anecdotes about their career and are really open about the challenges. This helps to demystify the industries and builds awareness of different opportunities for women. So women know what it is to work, in a hospital. We have deep knowledge of what a CNA is, what an STNA is, and how that's different from an RN or a nurse practitioner. In education, we know what it is to be a teacher, what it is to be an educational aide, a principal, a substitute. But when you talk about manufacturing, what's the difference between an assembler and a CNC machinist? What's the difference between a tool and die maker and someone who works in 3D printing and digital fabrication? So really helping to demystify what it is that these career pathways have. And it builds awareness of all of these different opportunities that women might not have heard of or ever considered before. And we're also working with partners to develop a series of role model speaker videos. This slideshow will be sent out, and you can click on our video from Margie Chambers, who's a tool and die maker for GM, who talks about her career pathway and also about how her apprenticeship really accelerated her success. So WISE Pathways has gone through several iterations. It was started about a decade ago with a support from the US Department of Labor through an earmark. And since that time, we've worked with partners like Lorain County Community College with the Center for Energy and Workforce Development, with AmeriCorps to really tailor the curriculum and make it accessible. It is now available on Skills Commons as a free and open resource to anyone who would like to access it. In the resources on Skills Commons includes the curriculum, facilitation guides, and action planning. We really want WISE Pathways to be a plug and go resource for anyone who's interested in running it in their community. Right now, we have 6 WISE Pathways pilots that are currently underway or in development in support of the US DOL Scaling Apprenticeship Program. And it's focused on advanced manufacturing, specifically helping women learn more about earn and learn programs and how those programs can really accelerate their success. Bernie, as the leader of that grant, would you like to say any more about the scaling apprenticeships opportunities?
I think that the message here is just an understanding that there is funding to support Earn and Learn programs. In addition to through the USDOL grant, there's WIOA funding, there's other pockets of money, TechNet and other funding sources that may not be in play initially for these women who are going through this career exploration program, but as they progress along to their next steps, and ultimately if they would end up in an Earn and Learn program, we would love to partner with employers to figure out that funding model.
In its newest iteration, we've been working on a Wise Pathways website, which we will go over in a little bit, but Bernie, do you want to talk about the development of the website?
Yeah, so in doing the work that has gone on to launch these pilot programs, we realized that there's kind of a hodgepodge of scenarios out there for women. First of all, women are extremely busy. They're taking care of children. They're taking care of parents sometimes, in addition to working possibly 2 jobs, with never really getting any employee benefits for that because they're not working enough hours. They're working in low paid, low wage occupations. So one thought with the Wise Pathways website was women could go onto the website and explore a little bit and see, like, what is this all about? Is this something that could help me as I search and explore? And it's important to note that we're not just talking about advanced manufacturing with Wise Pathways. So we're trying to connect them with what is it like to work in construction? What's an IT career look like for women? How about supply chain? Like, we all know what happened with the supply chain this year, and how can women get more involved in those type of jobs? Many of these careers are closely aligned to manufacturing, particularly, well, all of them really, because even with the skilled trades in construction, there's an alignment with manufacturing there. But just for anybody who's on the webinar today who's not from manufacturing, it's not just a manufacturing program. We're trying to meet women where they are, figure out what are their interests, and how can these careers align with those interests. Having said that, women could go onto this website, take a look around. We have career pathways that are identified there so that they can take a look at what are those pay rates. We know that women can go out in the workplace right now and work at Target for $15 an hour. And however, that they could be working at Target for a good many years, still at $15 an hour. What we'd like to do is inform these women that these careers offer pathways with upskilling and with further training to really get into some family sustaining wages and have that great quality of life. So also another idea with the website is women who are living in rural communities who may not have an opportunity to become part of a cohort, an in-person gathering, could really benefit from accessing the materials that are on the website. Also embedded in the website is an impact community, so that people like those of you who are on this webinar, if you decide to get involved or test the waters or not really sure what to do, you could join the impact community in the Wise Pathways website and have those conversations. We run it through Slack, and so we'd love to engage people who are considering launching a Wise Pathways cohort, or just want more information, can learn from those of us who have already launched programs, and then also engaging our role model speakers, our SMEs from industry, like, hey, this is our curriculum, and somebody could say, like, that's not quite right for 2021. Let's take a look at that. So it's just a nice communication tool that's baked into the website. And we did work with the National Laboratory for Educational Transformation to develop the website. And we work closely with Cal State. They have Merlot is their giant repository of open education resources. Skills Commons is the largest repository of workforce open education resources in the world, and all of our resources are housed on Skills Commons as open education resources. So,
Great, thank you. Great. There we go. And so this is the WISE Web Pathways website. Going to pull it up here so you can get a look at it. There you go. And so, as Bernie noted, we took all of the WISE Pathways curriculum that has been developed over the last decade and made it interactive so that women can click around, get a feel for the different pathways and different opportunities that are available to them. So here we go. And so right now we launched with advanced manufacturing, construction, information technology, and supply chain and logistics, but we will continue to develop this website to include more like energy, and we're considering looking at entrepreneurship as well as a module. So women can click into these pathways and find out more. And we also wanted to make sure that the role model speakers were not lost, that connection, hearing from women is so critical. And so we've embedded videos of role model speakers and stories from role model speakers throughout the website so that, if you're on this and you don't have access to a WISE Pathways program, you're still getting that connection. You're still hearing from women about what it is to work in these fields. And you can also, we provide career information about what are those career benefits, what are facts about the manufacturing industry, and then within the pathways, we've broken it down a little bit deeper so that you can discover, industrial maintenance, CNC machining, welding, automation and robotics. And these are aligned to Ohio's top jobs. So this is a statewide website, and we know that these are the jobs that are most in demand throughout the state. And so on every page, women can click here, and this goes right to HHW Ohio. And so we're able to still connect with women, still answer any questions that they have. So while the in-person cohort building, which is so powerful, we're still thinking through ways to automate that, but that connection to experts, to role models, to mentors and folks who can lead them on their path is not lost. And then we provide information about, okay, like what does industrial maintenance, what does that even mean? What would I be doing? And then we provide pathways with median wages, with more information about, what skills do I need? What if I need an industry recognized credential? What do I need? What are the foundational skills that I need to be successful? And who are education providers that I can go to? What's available within my community? Women are also able to hear again behind the scenes on the job. So hear from role model speakers and other women who are in the field about what their job experience is like and what it's like to, maybe if I'm the only woman on a shop floor, what is that like? How do I navigate those waters? So on the job is really where they can dig in and hear from other women, connect with other women about those experiences. And then
Casey,
yes.
The on the job, that's a great tool for maybe some folks who are with us today to pop something in there. I believe that there's a link there so that you could fill out the blog, and then you'll be represented on our website too. I mean, we really want to be an open door with this tool.
Yes, thank you for pointing that out. Yes, so If you are a woman who has taken a non-traditional career pathway and you want to tell your story, you can download the form here and submit a blog. Right now we have a blog up from Terry Rivera, who is in construction here in Cleveland, talking about her experiences. We also included the employability skills section that we know is so critical here. So thinking through what are those work habits, team building, personal finances, conflict management, sexual harassment, resume writing and coaching, and then interviewing and networking. So when, you know, the soft skills portion of this is not lost. And women are also able to hear from one of our role model speakers about, you know, how she navigated the waters and what that was like for her. She made a transition from being in the food service industry into a manufacturing environment. So talking about, you know, what the difference between those two environments was like, and how she was able to make that change. We also want to highlight our Earn and Learn programs. We know that this is especially important for women who have families. You know, we hear oftentimes like, I would love to go back to school, but I can't take the time off of work. I don't have the resources. Well, Earn and Learn programs help to solve that, because women are able to, as you may have surmised, earn a living wage while they learn the skills that are needed for the role. And so we think that this is a really great opportunity for women with families, and they're able to, again, sort of save time, save money, and get on these pathways. And then finally, as Bernie mentioned, the impact community. So this is a space dedicated to our partners. So we have impact community set up for role models. We have impact community set up for folks who are interested in piloting, impact community for those communities that are currently piloting WISE pathways, where they can share their best practices with each other, where they can, you know, say, hey, like, I've been running this program on Saturday mornings, but I'm not getting as great of attendance as I was hoping. Has anyone else run a program on the weekend? What else might you suggest? Oh, we were thinking about providing, you know, childcare at our WISE Pathways program. Does anyone else have experience with that? Or if someone has an effective practice, like, hey, we've been offering transportation and we've noticed that by offering that service, we've been able to increase our retention significantly this cohort. Maybe that's a way that you might want to think about it. So again, WISE is community based. It's knit around building community. And so we wanted to make sure that we were able to keep that piece, even if it's interactive. And again, I'll go back real quick. The website is wisecareerpathways.com. We will be sending this PowerPoint out, and it's linked within the PowerPoint, but if you want to go there, it's wisecareerpathways.com. And finally, so, you know, Bernie talked a little bit about this. So who are our intended audiences, specifically for the website? Well, anyone and everyone. It's a public resource. So we've highlighted a couple of key audiences here, but we really want this to be a resource for the entire state. So women, it provides an expanded access to WISE Pathways curriculum. Women have opportunities to connect with role model speakers and mentors, and to connect to their next step, whether that's, you know, education and training, connecting with Lorain County Community College, connecting with Sinclair, connecting with Columbus State, or directly into employment. So making those connections, thinking through, okay, like, I can do industrial maintenance. I'm ready to apply right now. So helping them connect to that next step. For community partners, it's an opportunity to connect with HHW Ohio and TechNet to learn how to launch a WISE Pathways program if you want to launch an in-person program. There's the impact community to share best practices and to learn from each other. And then we have the interactive curriculum that can be used as a resource for WISE Pathways programs. So perhaps you want to run your WISE Pathways program as a sort of flipped classroom, where you would have women look at the curriculum on WISE Pathways you know, wisecareerpathways.com first, and then come prepared with questions and think through, that way. Maybe you want to tell them to, hey, go watch Margie Chambers' role model speaker video, learn about like how her apprenticeship helped her out, and then come connect with our role model speaker who went through an apprenticeship program as well, so that you can talk through whether or not that's a great opportunity for you. We also want this to be a resource for employers. So it's an opportunity to connect with women looking for a new career path, providing updated industry information to help women statewide stay informed. So we will be keeping our median wages up to date. And so if you're on the website and you see something and you're like, oh, that's not quite how I would say it, or maybe, oh, we've updated our skills, we want to hear from you. We want this to be an up-to-date resource that keeps everyone informed. And then if you have a role model speaker at your company that you think would be, great to be a feature on the website, or just a resource to women in your community, we'd love to have nominations for role model speakers. And finally, for our statewide and national partners, it's a resource for other initiatives. So if you have an initiative that's aligned to this, that you think that Wise Pathways could be a resource for, we want it to be, it's open for everyone. It's tailored for women, but it's open to everyone. It provides, again, up-to-date industry and education and training information. And finally, we are going through a third-party evaluation that's going to identify and scale best practices. So as these pilots are developed, we'll be able to say, hey, we've got best practices here. And this is something that even if you're not running a Wise Pathways program, you might consider. So we really want this to be a scalable resource. And finally, HHW Ohio, we are here to help. So we provide role model speaker recruitment and training. So if you have a Wise Pathways program, happy to partner with you to identify those women in your community. We offer participant recruitment support, helping you think through, okay, who are those, where are the women in my community? Where are they looking? Are there community-based partners who are serving pockets of women that we might be able to reach out to? We've seen Wise Pathways programs partner with housing authorities, with justice centers, with programs that help women who are restored citizens. So just thinking through about where are the women in your community and how can you connect with them? We also offer partner recruitment support. So if you're having trouble identifying maybe a manufacturing or a construction employer partner, we can help with that. And then finally, Wise Pathways curriculum planning and customization. As we said, we have plug and play resources available, but we made them easily customizable. So we're happy to work with you to think about what are those key pathways within your community. Maybe you have a lot of IT jobs, but IT jobs might not, be accessible without a 4-year degree. So how might you think about different pathways either within IT, or maybe IT is not the best fit, and we can think through automotive or agriculture. So just thinking through what are those pathways that are going to offer immediate opportunities for women. And then we will have a question and answer session right now, but if you get this information and you're thinking through it, here's our contact information if you have any questions at all. So at this time, feel free to either enter questions into the chat or unmute yourself and ask away.
I'm just wondering, Casey, I'm sorry, I know I joined a little late. Did you already, I don't know if people are able to join with their videos on, kind of do a little bit of an introduction of who's here. And if you already did that, never mind. Sorry that I missed it.
No, we didn't. So happy to do.
Yeah, I'd love to hear just like who's here and what drew you here. And I'll start. So hi, everyone. I'm Terry Burgess-Sandu. I'm Director of Talent and Business Innovation here at Lorraine County Community College. So we're really excited to continue to see the growth of Wise Pathways I was with HHW when it was first developed, but it's really been a labor of love of many people, from our tradeswomen volunteers to our industry partners, and then to folks like Bernie and Casey and our national partners. So really looking forward to hearing about what drew you. Are you already involved? Are you thinking about using it? That would be helpful if you're able to share a little bit about why you're here. And how about if we just do round robin, I'll call on the next person, and then after you introduce yourself, you can call on the next. So I'll pick on Elena or Alana. And don't forget to unmute. There you go.
I knew you were going to do that, but that's okay. My gut said that. I'm happy to be a part and learn more about this whole initiative. Came on board from Glenn Schumann with the Construction Employers Association. So in alignment with some of the work and the project that I'm pitching for the Youth Equity Hub, I just think Glenn has a way of being a visionary and trying to have like some alignment in some of the work and how to really expand the opportunities for those underserved populations that we all represent. So exciting, great website, and love to continue to follow the champion of the work that you guys are doing.
And can you pick someone to go next?
Since Bernie tagged me at Connexus, go for it, Bernie. And turn on your screen, Bernie. We can't see you.
Hi, yeah, I was just having a little bit of an internet problem, so it's still me. And again, I'm partnering with Casey on this expansion. I did want to mention that as an employee of Lorraine County Community College, if any of you are thinking about partnering with an educational institution, the approach that we've taken at Lorraine is we have uploaded the curriculum into Canvas, so into our learning management system, so that our students can go in there and complete assignments. They can do some of their pre-assessment surveys, their post-completion surveys, and it's just we're hoping that it's a way to keep it really nicely organized so that everybody has access as they're going through the program. Thank you. I will call on Amelia.
As I have to unmute myself. I'm Amelia Taggart. I'm with Eastern Gateway Community College, as you can see all here in the background. I'm new to Eastern Gateway. We started our pilot program. We have not run a session yet. We were still on some COVID restrictions, so I couldn't promote live events, and well, everyone was just tired of Zoom calls. No offense, guys. But yeah, we definitely want to get back to having in-person. We actually did start some outreach. So we do have our community partners in line. And we also started just, even outreach at our local schools. So we've been able to do what we call a Wise Girls. So we go in, promote it at the school, just do a little something related to manufacturing with the girls at the school, so that they know about the program, and hopefully by time, they're in a position to come into a career or even be in high school and think about these careers, that we can, have them dialed into that way before they have to make those decisions split second, when they're seniors in high school. Oh, do I have to pick someone now? Sorry. All right, I just saw someone come on. Amanda.
Hey guys, I'm Amanda. I'm here representing Sugar Creek. We're a protein packaging company here in Ohio, kind of a few different locations: Washington Courthouse, Dayton, Cincinnati. And we're currently expanding in all of those locations. So we're just looking to add some apprenticeship programs to our recruiting efforts. And so that's where I come in. I'm trying to expand that program. So I'm hoping to find some partners within those areas to hopefully start that up. I'm gonna pick Sean. I like his little picture.
Hey, Amanda, can I ask how you heard about the webinar?
Sure. So about a week ago, there was a recruiting women in Ohio manufacturing or something like that. And I wasn't on that. And at the end, it was mentioned that you guys are working on this program, and I thought it would be something that could be beneficial for us because we're always, like I said, looking to do apprenticeships, but of course we also have the issue of not enough women. So definitely something that we'd be interested in pursuing.
Well, I'm Sean Floyd, and that avatar is actually me, or I'm told it looks like me. And the reason why I have it on is because I have a 9-year-old dancing around behind me, and he thinks it's humorous to distract the people who are on the video. So that's why I have that on. But I'm a co-worker with Casey at New Growth, and I'm here just out of general interest and curiosity about the program.
Sean, do you want to nominate our next person?
Oh yeah, sure. Sorry about that. Yeah. If she hasn't introduced herself already, I'm going to go with Krista.
Well, I guess it looks like my camera's not working. Oh, there we go. Helps to turn it on. I am Krista Maurer with Tooling U SME. So we provide online manufacturing training classes as well as an entry-level certification for manufacturing. So we've actually started working with Connexus NEO for one of their manufacturing training programs specifically for women. So this was just a great webinar to dive a little bit deeper into just kind of how things are set up and everything, and learn a little bit more about the program. And then also just see if there's any other opportunities where some of our resources may be beneficial for any of these types of training programs that other community-based organizations or, have interest in starting these programs. All right. Now we'll go ahead and choose Dorinda.
Dorinda, you're on mute. Oh, we can circle back to Dorinda. Judith, I saw you turn on your camera. Do you want to introduce yourself?
I will. I'm Judith Crocker. I am working with the Lorain County Manufacturing Sector Partnership, and we're looking to learn more about WISE Pathway and figure out how that might be implemented in Lorain County. And unfortunately, I have to sign off at 3:45, so I will be following up with Casey later. But nice to meet all of you.
Okay. And I think Chris just had to log off, so that leaves Kate, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. My name is Kate Doherty Galt, and I'm on the board of HHW Ohio. And I haven't seen the new website, so I joined the meeting so that I could get a glimpse into the new website and how it works. I think it looks great.
And then,
is there anybody else to introduce?
Last but
I'm
certainly
on my phone, so I can't see names.
No worries. I believe that it's just Danielle and certainly not least.
Hi, everyone. I'm Danielle Magistrelli. I'm the HHW intern. I'm also a senior sustainability major at Baldwin Wallace University. There we go. It's nice to see everyone.
Excellent. Well, thank you all so much for attending. It's great to hear how you're considering WISE Pathways, and if you're working with it currently, getting an update on some of your programs. And so we'll pause. Does anyone have any questions or areas that you would like to dig in deeper?
While you guys are thinking, I mean, the main thing I want to emphasize that I think Casey did a really good job of covering is that this is a completely customizable program, and that's been part of the evolution. So when it was first launched from HHW way back in like 2010, 2009, it was an evolution of a pre-apprenticeship training program, a full-blown 10-week, very extensive pre-apprenticeship training program that the organization used to run for women. that was getting really hard to sustain. And then we had the Great Recession and all of that. So, but what we found, and plus those programs were starting to move to community colleges and career tech centers. So the organization said, well, but we would have, and when they did, those programs would go to having maybe one woman or lots of times 0 women, right? And they were trade specific. It was a pre-apprenticeship for construction or pre-apprenticeship for manufacturing, where we had, we used to have 300 women apply to our program for 40 slots a year. So we knew that our secret sauce was recruitment. And so that was the goal of Wise Pathways. And part of it was that the pre-apprenticeship training program that HHW used to run covered a number of different sectors. So it was a good opportunity for a woman who said, I want to do something different, but I don't quite know what yet. So she's not quite there to make that commitment to construction or manufacturing. So, but what has been really cool over the years and with Casey's leadership now and in partnership with Bernie and others is really, truly, it is modularized. It is using new technology that it wasn't very robust back then, and where you can, so if you have a partner, Amanda, in your community that you already work with, if you work with your career tech center and, you can customize it for the audience that you want to reach. You can customize it for the unique challenges or strengths that audience has, or you can leverage existing resources that are there. If you have a great partner that already does financial, what do you call it? Like skills in financial management, that's something, or can help women with transportation or childcare. So that's the design, and the learning community is around how do you use this information to complement what you already have and weave it together. It doesn't have to be something that's like you're duplicating or creating new. And that's where this technical assistance from all these smart people here on this Zoom call can really help.
So it's Bernie again. I did want to mention to Amanda that we are going to be having a conversation with colleagues in the Dayton area about a potential, they've expressed interest in exploring Wise Pathways. So that might be an easy way to dip your toe in the pond and align with some work that will already be underway. And then if you want to think about your other locations too, that's great. But just mentioning that as kind of some low-hanging fruit. So.
And I think Judith popped off, but she did ask, and we'll be sending out additionally our Wise Pathways pilot sites currently in development are Eastern Gateway, and then we also have pilots in Crawford County, in the Akron area, Connexus, and then we have programs in sort of various stages throughout the state, including we've had conversations with Hawking College, with Mansfield and Worcester area, and then Lorain County. We're looking how to put that together to launch in the spring. Bernie, am I missing anyone?
And then Dayton. Yep.
Dayton.
The other one is Dayton. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, and we're an open door, as I mentioned. So if you have interest in your region, we can certainly help you connect the dots. And, as Terry mentioned, it is customizable by region. You're going to want to launch a program that is able to meet women where they are. It's really important when you're launching a program like this to understand that there has to be a next step. You can't just do this whole career exploration program and get women excited about this is exactly what I want to do, and then say like, well, good, in August, there's going to be another training program for you. It has to be identifying, do they need a GED? We can work with those women to figure out where's the Aspire program in their area so that they can go into a GED program with an outcome in mind, instead of just like, vanilla, I need a GED. If they're focused on, I really, really want to get into this training program, but it requires a high school diploma, hopefully it will ensure success, because many people who have tried for a GED have gone at it several times and not been successful. So, and that's just one example. The ultimate goal is that we get them onto a pathway that where they're college ready and ready to go into training programs or ready to go straight into employment.
Well, I think if there are no other questions, we can certainly give you 10 minutes back into your day. I know that everyone has jam-packed schedules. So we appreciate you taking the time this afternoon to learn more about WISE Pathways. Again, we'll be sending out the slideshow presentation. We'll send a little bit more information about current pilot sites and where they are. And then we'll include a recording if you want to relive the magic of this afternoon. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And if you have any questions, let me drop my email real quick into the chat. Please do not hesitate to reach out. You've been receiving communication from me, but there it is again. So we're here to help, and thank you everyone for your time.
Take care.